M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll start by running the option to the right. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rolling to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson. You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he's got 36.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K.
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh.
Kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They hand this off to Harris, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away.
James Prochet deep for Baltimore.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Steps away, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, 5 between the 20s, and not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now Roethlisberger, and this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again is Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson will throw again. That's going to be caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 28 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he fends him off.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Ray McCloud to return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down, Samuels. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On second down, Samuels. And he'll be taken down. And they'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Pernell McPhee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
To the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Brown with his stick skills. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
1st down and more for Jackson. And finally brought down at the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go play action now. Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of playing 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
Quick slant to Brown.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers 16.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they run the option on 2nd down.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Jackson. And that is incomplete. 1st quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. This drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger, man open. That's Ray McCloud. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Roethlisberger will throw. Staying on his feet. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Second down, here's an option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Second and 11 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out